I'd rather go back to 100 years ago. Oh, the roaring 20s. What could be more cliche than the flapper look? Beaded Art Deco dresses, beaded headpiece, long strands of pearls, and T-strap heels were all the rage. I ordered this typical beaded Art Deco dress on Amazon because I needed a costume for my jazz performance, and I'm kind of stuck with it, so now you get to see it again and again. And these are actual dance shoes. I got them for a dance performance, and now I'm stuck with them too. I'm throwing in this long pearl necklace that I got when I was traveling in the Bahamas. Did anyone mention travel? Anyways, to finish up the look, I put on a fancy cocktail ring and a pearl bracelet, and of course the signature beaded headband. And there you go. I am now officially your 100-year-old grandma who used to be a party animal. The 1930s was known for its ultimate old Hollywood glam. Movie stars on the silver screen were dressed in bias-cut satin gowns that feature ultra-feminine shapes and defined waists. This is the only dress I have that kind of resembles the signature satin gowns, but realistically, someone would probably slap me if I wore spaghetti straps like these in the 30s. I'm wearing the same shoes because I just went through the Great Depression and I can't afford no shoes. And this thin pearl necklace is actually the pearl bracelet from the 20s look. The rhinestone bracelet is broken. Oh, that white furry thing I'm holding? Yes, that is my carpet. I do not own the fur coat, so I gotta get creative. And the cigarette is fake, by the way. Now please excuse me while I have my 1930s diva moment. Broke diva. The 1940s was marked by war, so we gotta keep in mind the clothes rationing that was happening at the time. Women also started to join the workforce and started wearing pants for the convenience of their work. I put on a simple black shirt and a pair of high-waisted wide-leg pants. The world was fucked during wartime, so don't even think about fashion. Just put on your clothes and get to work. I'm wearing character shoes here, as I get into character. And please note that I'm not wearing any accessories because we simply cannot afford that shit. And that's it. I have now transformed into the women at work in the 40s. Although this ends up looking pretty stylish even by today's standards. Not bad, not bad. The 50s was known as the golden age of Hollywood. It was all about glamour and sophistication. Well, if you have money, of course. Classic womanly shaped staples like sheath dresses and stiletto heels were very prominent. Here I am literally cosplaying Holly Golightly in Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm wearing a form-fitting dress to emulate that classic womanly shape, and I'm pairing this with my stiletto heels. I know, finally some real shoes. I was able to afford them after working hard throughout the late 40s. Okay, jokes aside, I got this hat specifically for this look since I don't see any other occasion to wear a big pot on my head. And to finish the look, I'll put on a pair of gold button earrings, a pair of shades, my elegant long gloves, and carry my vintage bag. I've done this look so many times, I'm basically a professional Holly Golightly impersonator by now. The 1960s was the era of youthquake. For the first time ever, teens were dictating fashion. Basically, the teens were like, sorry mom, but we're gonna be rebellious and show some legs. And so, miniskirts became super popular. I'm wearing this sweater dress because I just realized I don't even own a miniskirt. I'm so outdated, even for the 60s. I'm pairing this with my thigh-high boots, although go-go boots were actually a lot more popular. Basically, the goal was to expose your thighs. Short A-line coats were also a signature of the 60s, and this leather coat I'm wearing is obviously way too long. I guess I'm more into mom's fashion. The only thing youthful about this look is probably this Newsboy cap. The 60s was also marked by an explosion of colors, but I have consciously chosen to wear all black here because I am rebellious after all, and my way of being rebellious is not by exposing my thighs, but by refusing to wear colors. The 70s was known for the hippie style and the disco fashion. Fashion items like bell-bottom jeans, pantsuits, and platform shoes were in. Just like the 60s, it was a very colorful decade, but with a bit more earthy tone to it. I was never a big fan of the 70s style, but since I do like earthy tones, I have put on a champagne silk shirt and a pair of dark blue bell-bottom jeans. The only colorful outfit you've seen in this video so far. I'm styling this with a brown croc leather belt and a pair of brown croc leather slingbacks to match. Realistically though, I should be wearing platform shoes, but I don't own any of those, fortunately. Now I'm putting on a plaid blazer, a staple for the 70s, and I'll finish the look with a brown bag. The only thing I'm missing is the 70s big hair, but frankly, I don't think my hair is capable of doing that. The 1980s was pretty over the top. It was the era for neon and spandex, and also the era for punk rock. Leather jackets were everywhere, and over-accessorizing was the norm. If I have to be honest with you, the 80s is probably my least favorite fashion era, and this look is completely against my personal taste. I can't believe I'm wearing a black dress with black leggings. Good thing my shoes don't have rhinestones on them, thank God. I'm putting on my black leather jacket, of course. It has to be this rocker chick kind of look. And since I'm supposed to over-accessorize, I'm putting on a pair of training gloves. Yes, these are my actual training gloves. I know this is starting to look ridiculous, but that's the 80s for ya. And ideally, I should be wearing a shitload of necklaces, but I don't even own that many necklaces. I'll only be wearing one earring cause I'm a punk, and voila, I have turned into a fashion disaster. The 90s was the first decade I was actually alive, but I was too young to know anything about fashion anyway. From what I've heard, the 90s was all about minimalistic style and casual dressing. Basically, the 90s was cool. Therefore, I'm cool. As a 90s cool girl, my go-to is a casual white tank top and a pair of basic blue jeans, just to show you I'm super chill and not trying too hard at all, unlike people in the 80s. I'm styling this with my minimalistic black ankle boots. Combat boots could also be a good alternative. Now I'm putting on an oversized black blazer. Again, super relaxed and effortless, and the only accessory I'm going to wear is this chain necklace. The 90s was all about the model of duty look, like you're constantly getting off an airplane. So I'm gonna carry a big tote bag for my travel and a big scarf in case I get cold on the plane. Now all I need is to hire a paparazzi to snap an airport photo of me while I pretend I don't notice at all. Oh god, the 2000s. I had to witness 2000s fashion growing up. That was truly unfortunate. It was commonly referred to as Y2K fashion. When I think about the 2000s, it was all about the color pink, crop tops, and, God bless me, low-rise jeans. I refuse to wear or own any low-rise jeans, but I put on a pink crop top. I was brainwashed into loving pink in my teenage years, so I did own a lot of pink items. Good thing I grew out of that. I'm pairing this with my strappy heeled sandals, and I'm accessorizing with a heart-shaped pendant necklace. I don't remember walking around with a boombox in the 2000s. That would be weird and not cool. As a cool kid, I would instead be walking around with a Walkman in my bag. That's how you do it. And who's this? It's Britney, bitch. The 2010s was not that long ago, and if I have to summarize 2010s fashion in one word, it would be Instagram baddie girls. You know, flawless makeup, athleisure, an overemphasis on body image, and an excessive amount of duck-faced selfies. Of course, I put on the Instagram baddie girls uniform, a sports bra, and a pair of leggings, just to show off those curves, you know? Ideally, I would be wearing dad sneakers from certain designer brands, but I don't own any of those, so I'll just be wearing my regular sneakers, which makes me less cool, but that's okay. I'm wearing my cardigan off-shoulder because I gotta show some skin to get more attention and likes, and I always go out with my sunglasses on. I have like 10k followers, so I'm basically famous, and I don't want my followers to be taking unedited photos of me while I'm out and about. They probably wouldn't recognize me, but you know, privacy is like kind of important. Gone were the good old days. The 2020s is marked by this thing called COVID, and staying at home has become the new norm. Fashion? What fashion? Just put on your sweatshirt and sweatpants and call it a day. And don't forget your mask if you're heading out. This is literally what I wear every day if I'm not filming. Do I have a piece of rag on me? Then I'm good to go. Realistically, I won't even be wearing shoes most of the time because I just stay home all day. Sorry, all year. And putting on a necklace, that takes way too much effort. I'm only doing it for the video. I've been trying to go viral on TikTok, but I only have like 12 views, so I guess I won't be pursuing a TikTok career anytime soon. Is this how I do it? Ugh, fuck that shit.